I'm here with Dizzy, our friend Desire.
Hi.
And his wife Ashley.
Yeah.
And there's no Tony today, unfortunately. And today is Valentine's Day, guys. But we're gonna do something fun, something I couldn't miss, which is the Bob Marley movie premiere. Yeah, it's called One Love, and today is Valentine's Day, so I think it's quite busy.
Is that what we're seeing today?
Yeah, we're gonna see his whole life story and whatnot. So, a little piece of my culture. We get to know more. But anyways, guys, we're a bit late, so we'll catch up later. I'll ask these guys what they think at the end of the movie.
We get to see a bit of Bob Marley.
What's this song? Redemption what?
Redemption
song.
Yeah, that was my favorite song for a bit. I felt emancipated a bit.
Emancipate yourself from mental slavery, then man ourselves can free our minds. Have no fear for atomic energy, cause none of them can stop the time. How long shall they kill our prophets while we stand aside and look? Some say it's just a part of it. We've got to fulfill the book.
Won't you help to sing these songs of freedom? Is all I
The new Bob Marley movie is out. If you haven't seen it yet, go ahead and grab a ticket. Here in Zimbabwe, we went to the launch, the premiere, and this is what Zimbabweans thought.
Yeah, I think it's a fantastic movie. But of course, I thought we could have a better actor in terms of Bob Marley, you know. But of course, as of Rita Marley, I really followed and I really enjoyed because I read the story about Bob Marley, and of course, I did learn about Cindy Breakspear and the life of Bob Marley, you know.
Was she in the movie?
Before, I saw someone who looked exactly like her.
Really, huh?
Yeah, but of course on the credits is there. Yeah. On the credits is there. And of course, yeah, the trip to Zimbabwe wasn't covered in as much as the movie is concerned. But of course, there were some snippets at the end of the movie. Yeah. But yeah, all the same, I really enjoyed the movie. It gave me a different dimension. You know, as a reggae producer, presenter, it also gave me another dimension. I also liked the Peter Tosh character.
Yeah, the Peter Tosh was a great
and the Bunny Wailer character as well. Yeah, so I think that was perfect. Yeah, at the end of the day, well, it's about reggae music, Bob Marley himself, what he meant to Zimbabwe, especially when he came here in 1980. I know some of us were young, but of course we followed.
Some of us weren't born. Out of a 10, what would you give it?
Yeah.
What would you give the movie out of 10?
Out of 10, I'll probably give it a 6.
6.
Yeah,
Okay.
yeah.
It was a great movie from my side. I loved how Lashana played the Rita Marley character. She did a great job. And I think they should have put more of the Jamaican characteristics in the movie than the American ones. I think most of them were Americans. But besides, I really enjoyed it. I really loved the music. The selection was good. I'm a reggae fan. The selection was so good. And it was great. I really enjoyed it. Yeah.
So what would you give the movie out of 10?
For me, I'll give it 7.5.
But I'll tell you what,
7.5,
Bob Marley was a very energetic character.
Exactly, that's my problem.
But then vis-a-vis the character that you have in the movie, I think a bit of energy was needed just to portray that Bob Marley character. Exactly.
So
especially
Bob
on
Marley would
stage.
go like,
Exactly, especially on
it
stage.
was missing,
Yeah,
you know, the
yeah,
kind of I was missing in the movie.
Yeah. What's your name?
I'm Shanice.
Shanice. I'm Victor. So I'm here with Shanice and Victor, who also came for the showing of Bob Marley. What did you know about Bob Marley before you came?
Well, I literally knew probably the rest of the story because I've been a big fan of Bob Marley ever since. Even when I was at university, I was an interior designer. I think I remember my first project was something to do with Rasta, Bob Marley mainly.
Right.
So I've known Bob Marley's story ever since. So,
And you?
He loves Bob Marley.
So you came for him?
No, but I also love Bob Marley because of the One Love, and his songs are very good. So yeah.
So from the movie, is there anything new that you didn't know about him that you found out from the movie?
I think actually they have actually lifted a lot of stuff about the shooters that he was given by the CIA. And,
you know about the CIA stuff?
Yeah.
How about you? How did you find the movie?
It was quite interesting. It was nice. It was beautiful, and also seeing that he was working with his wife. That's something that I
she was
didn't
his
know.
backup singer.
That's good.
Yeah. Well, did you know there was a connection between Bob and Zimbabwe?
Oh yeah, definitely. That one, definitely.
Actually, when he came to Zimbabwe, he actually came for 3 years. When he came through, he was offered money that was probably less than what was expected something there. But
he didn't mind.
But then he had to pull out his own money just to come through Zimbabwe, and that was really amazing.
So Africa meant a lot to Bob Marley.
Exactly.
You know, and this movie was particularly touching for me because my husband is Zimbabwean,
Oh,
so that's why I stay here. So I like that connection between Jamaica and Zimbabwe, and Bob Marley somewhat embodied that.
It's
So
really amazing.
yeah, so nice. We have a lot of Jamaican viewers. Anything you'd want to say?
What my people?
Rastafari.
All right. How are you?
I'm great. I enjoyed watching the movie.
Yeah?
Great movie. Just they didn't cover the Zim part. But
she's not happy about them not covering Bob Marley's trip to Zimbabwe.
Yes.
I'm not happy either.
Yes, but it's a great movie. Yes. Thank you so much.
Yeah, nice to see you here. Do you want to introduce yourselves real quick?
Yeah, sure. Chelsea and Tediwa.
Chelsea and
Tediwa.
Tediwa. Okay. So, what did you think about the movie?
I thought it was good. I think you could have given more though, but it was good.
More like what?
I don't know. I was just expecting a lot more.
Yeah. I felt like it was a bit short.
Yeah.
Yeah. Did you learn anything new about Bob that you didn't know before?
I didn't know he lived in Europe for one, and I didn't know his wife was a background singer. So that's good.
Rita Marley, they worked together. How about you?
For me, it was more just everything he embodied his message. Because I just grew up hearing Bob Marley, but I never really looked into it.
Yeah.
But looking at it, realizing that he always said it was more than just about himself. He showed that in how he lived his life. That's when I was like, that's profound.
I was hoping they would give like more. They wouldn't just summarize each little thing.
Yeah.
Yeah, I kind of expected more.
Yeah.
So like an hour 45 is kind of short.
Yeah, it's short.
Yeah, especially for the life of someone like Bob Marley. I don't know, it was still good.
But overall, out of 10, what do you give the movie?
That's a tough one.
Like, there are two people in that movie that I know personally. One is actually my friend Everaldo. Shout out Effie, who's featured in the movie. So he's gonna see this, and I'm sure they want to know what do you think about the work. So out of 10.
I don't want to lie.
Don't lie, no pressure.
I'll give it a 6. 6
out of 10.
They could have done way better with his life.
I give a solid 7.
6, 7. Okay, fair enough. All right, thank you guys so much.
Well, thank you.
There are people from Jamaica watching. Do you have anything that you'd want to say to them, or?
Not really.
One love, one heart. Let's get together and feel alright. Girls to the Lord, and you will feel alright. Yeah, man. Ja Rasta.
Be honest. Be brutally honest.
Well, for somebody who had not, I'd known Bob Marley, but from his music, I'd not really taken so much care to find out, what kind of a person he was, his background. But I love his music, by the way. So for me, that movie sort of like you know, brought this character to life who I just heard and appreciated his music. And all I can say is I appreciate that he was this greater than life character that came in, did so much in a short space of time and was gone before we know it.
I think it was awesome. To top it off, he came to Zimbabwe. So that really means a lot. I'm not really a reggae fan, but I think after this I'll start listening to.
You're not a reggae fan?
No, I'm not. To be honest,
How can you not be a reggae fan?
But
how can you not be a reggae fan?
I don't even know. It has never been my type of music. It's never been the type of music that I'll sit down and listen to. But I think after this movie, I'm going to listen to some reggae because of Bob Marley, because he was just a great person. I wish there were subtitles because most of the things I couldn't hear what they were saying.
And I mean, yeah, that part was, and I was so surprised, you know, like to say, even the amount of what you call it, like the amount of words that were mixed all in one was just a bit confusing at times. But then,
did you learn any single patois term from the movie?
Yeah, man.
Yeah, man.
Always knew yeah.
Oh, Jara.
No, something new.
I and I. Is there a word? I and I, yeah.
What does I and I mean?
Like, I do not know, but I heard it a couple of times. For me, like, on a very serious note, I guess Bob Marley becomes one of those people that, you know, you can put in the same category with your Martin Luthers, with your Alexander the Great, people who came in, made a difference, and through his own way, you know, he didn't worry about money. You know, we hear of great things that have happened with people that don't care about the money, that really want to see this world a better place. I think Bob Marley was that. I loved that movie, by the way. I'm giving it a 9. Others gave it a 6. I
think you're giving it a 9 just because of the person that it represents.
Yeah.
Not necessarily the creator.
Yes. Because I'm coming from a background where I had zero sort of like knowledge, and I'm getting into a place where I'm appreciating who Bob Marley was outside his music. And he was a great guy.
9, awesome.
Yeah.
Ash, what would you give it out of 10?
I'll give it a 8.
8? Okay, that's good. Most people did a 6, 7.
Yeah.
7.
People were critical. Yeah. People were looking at
because
the
they have a background
of
who Bob Marley was and what he did. They expected more.
Even in Jamaica, there's a lot of chatter like, oh, you guys, you removed a lot of the important things about Bob. It's not.
It was more like the surface.
So it's quite surface.
Yeah.
I mean, I just loved knowing that he didn't care about money. He wanted to unite people. So for me, that was like, whoa!
And what he did during the political crisis in Jamaica.
Yeah.
That was
for me, that was the moment. There was a time that I actually kind of got teary-eyed.
And also, I didn't know about Rita Marley. I think she played a big role in his life. Yeah. She was
and the
pretty.
character that played her was.
And
she's a good actor. She's a good actor.
She's a powerful woman. She took charge when Bob was sort of in his low, and she was like, "You better get up because you should know who you are, man."
So I think Bob is like a good symbol of the relationship between Zimbabwe and Jamaica. What would you guys want to say to Jamaicans watching? As Zimbabweans.
Okay, I would like to say, Jamaicans, you were blessed to have had Bob Marley in your country.
And in your time.
In your time.
For those of you who
experienced.
I mean, and that's what the one thing we can share. I mean, Bob Marley was here. He walked in our land, and he's a great man. I have personally immortalized him as this. I mean, I'm putting it Alexander the Great. That should be something else. One love, one heart. Let's get together and feel alright.